I would say ginger, kakadro is very, very medicinal. What you see? The kakadro, it contains sugar and pepper at the same time. Now, so a drop beer and you wanna me produce here, and now me prepare more beer. That means for kakadro, go. And you're very good. Now, so my advice to people who say, a quite beer obeyano, and quite beer obeyano, kakadro go. Say one for gluten beer gum, let it go with it because it suppresses cancer. It suppresses glaucoma. It suppresses acute headache. It cleanses the bloodstream. It enhances periodic flow and all the rest of it. So you can't take it away from God.
Yes, where am I? Trump #1, U.S. President. When I say Mankwa, you say simple. Hey, we channel where your friend Obonoma TV. Kaish, what you know, there be Obonoma. TV1 Entertainment will be our Ghana. Be the bro. Subscribe to YouTube. Now follow. Now sub on this is Obonoma. The whole Ghana, no TV station. Simple.
Ewisiama wakwaba eva Obonoma TV so Paul Ambantem so yesi edikanfo edu samrewe ana Obonoma TV so ayede enu nti na hu behia se abribia wo hweye no na wa subscribe na wa like na wa share na de comment ato ase ebe kenkan ede amma oba party ni enen so ya to aye papa kese pa ene de eye dusua Obonoma TV ankasa de biara da ya na ya dusua nkwa na ede ma ye viewers esansa mo ho donti ene ya ba ye papa osanso ye doctor of a church and no bebre afa apomodin ho enunti ya papa ene ya to ani T Dr. Peter Abaloo aha ni din no na so ye din di praise herbal eno ewo Madina Zongo Junction enti ene ya ba ya papa ho ye no ebe twetwe nkomo bebre afa ya apomodin ho enunti hu behia se obekọso ahwe ye na wa share na wa like e de amaye T Dr. Peter Abaloo memo akwa baba Obonoma TV so
Thank you.
Please, how are you doing, Doc?
I'm doing okay.
Thank you. And then ye be kasa afa nyoma mienu ho baako ye bi say of say goiter me ji say word ya maka mi kra mente da nya na mente da enti ye be kasa afa goiter ene thyroid ho eno no ye den enti ene be bi say papa na ansa na ye be di kan ebisa no ye kasa T Dr. Peter Abaloo ono kra one hwan
Dr. Peter Abaloo no I'm a herbal doctor. And I'm a member of the Ghana National Association of Traditional Healers. And our headquarters is at Art Center, Accra. That's where we always meet. That's it. And I'm the CEO of Praise Herbal. We are based at Madina Zongo Junction, very close to the traffic light. That's it.
Say the story building. Our story building.
Story building close to the traffic light. Okay. That's the junction that leads to Madina Market. At the junction. That's it.
Daddy Mbisa will say since when Osha say ye Dr. Ejumai?
It's barely 23 years. I can say I started the training in 1993, and I covered 3 to 4 years, and I came out as a T doctor, that is traditional doctor. Ever since then, I've been practicing it successfully. That's it.
Okay, Daddy, yeah, that's a pass. Say by onyamre my yen kasa emfa goiter no, and when the first thing ye can't goiter. Den ene ya reben
goiter ye mujamiare nanso ade amanfo tiase say goiter and thyroid are similar diseases, and the growth always commonly it appears under the neck, or let's say under the chin, or under the neck. Let me put it on the neck, the frontage of the neck. That is mostly. One can still develop goiter or thyroid at the elbow or even the knee, but most of the time it depends on where it reacts. And come to it, goiter as it is common, or it has to do with women hormones, and the thyroid as it is have to do with men's hormone. So men develop thyroid commonly, and women as well develop goiter. But one is born with it. It runs in the family, in the sense that your mother may not have goiter, but you may develop it. And this comes on as a result of syphilitic blood disease. That is the source of it. I make people understand that goiter as it is a picture of a source, in the sense that goiter or thyroid that hangs under the neck or on the neck is not a sickness, but that is a manifestation of a source. Like putting it clearly, when we were children, our lifestyle was that kind of rubbish life. We play in dirty places and all this. We don't wash our clothes. When you have sore, we don't even treat it. We hide ourselves and sleep dirtily. So what was really happening to us then was boil. We were developing boil, regularly or rampantly. But when we are growing up and keeping ourselves neat and tidy, those boils disappear. In this case, I want people to understand that goiter and thyroid, it's a manifestation of a such in the way that if you should operate on it, it will recur. Definitely, it will recur. And I only talk about thyroid and goiter, but I'm talking of a fraction of the effects of syphilitic blood disease in our system. If I should say it goes a long way resulting to glaucoma and others, I wouldn't come out to that. I would want to come out here because I'm talking particularly on goiter and thyroid. Now, if you have thyroid disease and you are aging, it becomes more pronounced. And as such, it disturbs the heart, especially when it comes to thyroid. Your breathing is insufficient. You have weakness and the rest of it. Like I'm saying that, I don't want to say more about syphilitic blood disease because this disease affects the body generally. And I would like the public to know that if you should go for, I'm not condemning surgery, but nobody wants to cut the tree by the stem. If you really want to deal with the tree, you deal with the root. People don't have idea of how to deal with the root cause. So what do? They opt for surgery. That is reluctantly because they feel there's no any other way. And most people have already changed their mindset that thyroid and goiter don't have cure. So what do? You I would say you managingly go for operation, and it recurs. One would say it doesn't recur, but that if 75% of goiter resurfaces after surgery, then it means there's recurrence. So that's what I have for you.
Doctor, yenhwe bibi me pese me sua more about goiter no. O cheche mu no ka say eye bibi a efri okon. Obi hwe yen sesi a ebi a wonim obi nso nim. Is it that way na ya eswa wo hanana?
The growth no. I just say growth is a growth. But as an expert, you must be able to identify the kind of growth. What you say? And the growth no, it could be thyroid, it could be goiter, but the shape of goiter is different from the shape of thyroid. The shape of goiter, I can say it have a kind of pinpoint, but in the case of goiter, it's a kind of ball. It's like a ball, and it's outside. And when you press it, you don't feel the pain that much. But when it comes to thyroid, it's built on the trachea. So that brings on pain. Severe pains. You can hardly turn your neck or whatever. So that is how it is.
So let's say chese goiter and typhoid omu two different ana.
I would say omu are the same. What you say? Omu are the same. But if I should analyze it, no, make us say if you have men's hormone, no, it's likely you develop thyroid. Now, if you have women hormone, no, you are likely to develop goiter. But a man, berima hormone, it might be or they be like men, you know, like all these footballer ladies or whatever. That signifies that men's hormone, some percentage. I'm not 100%, but that there are some percent, or it could be 25% of men's hormone. Hormone develop thyroid. Now, so make sure say me pay or oba, but I say me no me pay ma ko concern ya manyama omu ya omu berema adwini na berema so na owo oba hormone oba say na otina or mate na no mu didi na man for say unya berema na you know. So the human nature, the human brain is what controlled by hormones. So that's it.
So what are the causes of goiter?
The cause of goiter is so simple. It runs in the family, which is syphilitic blood disease, which runs in the family. But the effect is sessional. Your mother may have goiter and you may not have. You can have fibroid or glaucoma. I don't want to go beyond the limit of, you know, goiter and thyroid. It runs in the family. Beer. We can say, okay, tracing their life history, no, like say family history, no, we can say, okay, my grandfather, no, our goiter pain, and my grandmother, no, our thyroid pain. Once one of them have it, it runs the family, because I always say something, joke, you know, funnily. Say, if surgical intercourse does not leave this planet, sickness and diseases will never end. Because it's through surgery, through blood that is running. Even we meet a lady now whose family have about goiter and whatever, and you meet her for the first time, you have taken that disease. And any woman that you meet along the line, so you can see how widely spreading these diseases, and it goes far beyond what I'm telling you. But I can't disclose it here. Except one is special, I can put it down and lecture you on it. If they call me and they have to pay. So that's it.
Okay. So thyroid no, so and also causes pain deba.
Thyroid no. You see, when you have thyroid, I will tell you one thing. When I say thyroid no, let's come to goiter first. Goiter no, when you have it no, it doesn't so much have effect on the heart. But thyroid no is a kind of produce some heart substance. The circulation of blood to the brain is hampered. You know, this is the bridge between head and the body. So when the heart is blood is pumped, you can imagine when there is a kind of obstruction here, the brain will not have enough blood flow, especially when you are concentrating or thinking or whatever. Then you say, I have headache, and it brings all sorts of pain, short memory, protruding of the eyes, and look, it's a whole lot. A power tremor, it can bring about headache, migraine, and even protrusion of the eye. You say, na almost so coma. By the time the eyes are protruding, it does signify that the blood flow to the region is now hampered. So the nerves becomes what? Inflamed. So one said, one said now it's out, in the sense that he doesn't even understand. But I can tell the parents that, look, you have congenital heart disease. How come about it? It's as a result of syphilitic blood disease affecting your heart. And there must be signs. In the time of old, do we go with instruments or gadgets or to test? They will see you and tell you everything. So they sound like prophets. That means at times it has to do with divine knowledge. So at the end, my culture, they say, no, if you go to Kolebu and the rest of it, they will not be able to tell you. Because it's a human being that produced or manufactured that machine. And it's within their friends say knowledge. Nobody produce here, so they cannot get it 100%. So that's it.
Ade a yesua yi adesua kese pa yepese yete ase ye mekra me first time a matete bi no enti e bibisa sa ya remienu a ye hwe ho asem ene se unya kwan be na obefo so se malaria obi o ha awode me miti pai mo se malaria enti goiter yi wanya kwan be so na obefo so hu se yare we goiter.
Oh, most of the time no there is manifestation. Udan forget my who catch you say, hey, say ukonu ehunu. We let my catch you say ehunu. But the worst one is thyroid. I bet to back, it can start, germinating in the throat. You didn't know. Until any are dangerous. And tina. Oh my hospital alcohol operation on fibroid. On thyroid. No people. The doctor tell them that look. Wait for it to manifest well before, because look, I'm not condemning surgery, but at the end you could lose your voice because I felt the lyrics.
Asama wo kan mi twa wa no na me wo minimo obi a na chi na ha ne kon ha ye kese ba but na esua at a point no ko hospital say doctor catch and say wo twen e ma na chi ha no ye kese e wo ha ansa no motimi ayi say dwe no sa no ye
who say at the credit we say as we twen say the more it gets expanded no they can easily cut it. The own believers say I didn't pay year. Then when they are doing the surgery, they have to go deeper, and it's dangerous. But say a pay year, they can easily, kind of excreting it. What I say. So most doctors know, according to people who come to me, like I say, my hospital, but catch me say mean training. I didn't know MP answer. But who is comfortable with such? Yeah, no. And at times they give you drugs. You may draw you for one year next year, and it doesn't go. So when they come to the doctor, this is my problem. I tell them point blank that this. Oh, this. They'll do it this way. Let me take care of you. Let me take good care of you, and let's see what is going to happen. And by God's grace, we always get there.
Yare bi wo ha ya no mo say spiritual sa goiter and thyroid ya ye kan ho say bitimi ye spiritual na say still ebusuam.
Well, when it comes to spiritual effects in the body, I can say it's true at times, but I would say 75% of disease or sicknesses, health challenges, is natural. But along the line could be spiritual. But when you treat, when the body is affected spiritually, before it manifests, it affects the body. It affects the body, which is the natural body. So you still have to go in the way to treat the goiter as the picture. But along the line, you can say about the person. If the person proves that, look, this and that, well, you can go and do your findings, because we have, like this, our job or this profession, we have areas of spirituality and we have naturals. So, okay, you can go this way to find out if it is spiritual, then you treat it. But I will first give you treatment to deal with the naturals. Then you go in for the spiritual, wherever you choose.
So say yes spiritual e was say no be treat ana say wo mu ebusuamu na wonya ye no so say no be treat ana
again come again
say yes spiritual and now true spiritual na wonya ye kwan obefa so treat is it different from say e wo ebusuamu na wonya ye no so treatment is different.
Ebusuana you treat it naturally, okay, but say spiritual there are some signals say more no say spiritual. What I say, and you, the victim, will now enlighten the specialist or the tea doctor to have knowledge about it, because the way you will be sounding or you sound, then the expert to know that it's spiritual, but I have to treat the naturals first. Then we can send you to anywhere that you can be treated spiritually. You see, at times people come to me that I want to treat, I say, look, let me tell you something. Don't you have numbness? Don't you have this numbness? Don't you have at times arthritis and the rest of it. Then they asked me, doctor, how come? I came here with goiter. How come? I said, look, this disease, what brought about the disease? The same source affects the right ventricle of the heart. It destroys the heart. So I have to ask you how deep it has gone dealing with your heart. Then I first have to treat the heart first, and you'll be more comfortable, and you feel refreshed. Then we'll start treating the goiter. I only just go, just like an expert, a seamstress or tailor. You buy very new material, you go to the tailor and tell the person, this is the style I want. If it's truly an expert and there is mistakes somewhere, the tailor will call you that, look, this material I've brought to not sew this style.
Yes.
That's why I tell you that the expert sounds strange. So I tell you, this is the way. If you refuse, and I know that it has really affected your heart, I'll tell you, please, I can't give you treatment. They will say, how? I'll pay. I say, look, what about at the end of the day, something occurs. They will hold me. Yes. And is it then that I'll be defending myself? So go. See, like I always say, you comply with me as far as you are in this domain, because I have to protect my profession.
Yes.
So that's it.
So how do you treat the thyroid too?
No, thyroid, I use herbs. I'm a herbal practitioner. I'm a clinician. I don't sell drugs. Like people call me at times and say, oh, doctor, I saw your advert, how much you say? I say, look, this is a herbal clinic. I don't sell drugs. I treat with herbal medicine in its nature. There's nothing like adding orthodox whatever. It's purely herbal, and it's not something that you take that will have effect, adverse effect on you. People ask me, what is the side effect? Is it not dangerous? I say, look, if this drug should be dangerous, when I give it, it should be dangerous, then it comes from the other side. Maybe you might have taken it in another way. You understand? Like, commonly it has been happening. I said, look, how did you take the drug? Oh, doctor, I took it this way. But what about the blood tonic? Oh, I've forgotten. I said, go back and buy. You see, when I give you drugs, when you're dealing with me as your doctor, it's only me. Don't add any other drug, because I don't know the effect of that drug. So when I give you drug, I can't miss it. For about 20 years now, I've never missed it. If I miss it, it comes from the other side. And I don't give you drug that you go to another doctor and say, doctor gave me drug, this is what I have to. He said I should take it this way. The doctor will tell you, I'll take it this way. Who is that doctor? I am the doctor at that time. So you ever listen to me or go? Like a guy came here to say, doctor, I have bruise on my body. The doctor said, because of my nature of this thing, so I need medicine to treat it. I said, look, I can only give you treatment because it's from within. He said, no, doctors are in abroad said, because of the nature of mine, so I said, please get out of here. Go back to that doctor and take the drug, not here. You see, when you know it, you don't compromise.
Yes.
Look, you don't compromise. You must be at the top of your profession. So me, if the whole world will give me this thing, I even gather doctors and teach them what I'm down with. So that's it.
Ebusia Obonoma TV so nie subscribe na like na share na fa comment to ase ne enkenkan emfa maw ene ye ne papa T Dr. Peter Abaloo ene ye ne hwehwe nkomo ewo Praise Herbal Clinic ayo Madina Zongo Junction eho na abronsan bi wo duru ha kwan na efa so eko Madina Market ne eho na ye papa so ye wo tutumika bra yare bia haw ni pedua no tutumika bra na ode ahobrase no odo ebetwiti amao a
member of Ghana National Association of Traditional Healers and GAFRAM in addition.
So onye small enuntia papa ede ono ankasa ede ni telephone numbers betudwa na mafre papa obi se mbisa wo se ote ho ana ne kon ha ekeka no utiti saa o felise pese enye kese Goiter na
actually no, you see, the idea kika no signifies that you have bacteria in your bloodstream. What you see, and it is only signals of thyroid and the sakanebeba, and this will happen in men, especially men, in the sense that men develop thyroid. Indeed, that is a sign of thyroid. I mean, thyroid draw. I wouldn't mind the itching. I will not give anything pertaining to the itching. But tell me more terrible dry. That itching will be jai. And so or your luck is say, but your luck is say, or nya sa signals in temp. Until you study man a draw, it will disappear. And disappearance means that there is progress in the medication. Simple as that. Along the line, you see, you are not a doctor. Like in my own case, no, say, "Oh, beside me, I don't catch and say, Nikwa, Mike beside say, Usata echichira na." I say, you know, when you know it, you prove it. You prove it. Teacher now, okay, fine. Now, so along the line, no, say, teacher, how do you feel? I say, oh, now me shaking, I feel okay. Now my guy say, look, wake up, because the other beer we are see that does not give signals and some are so pronounced. That is it.
Doctor, for a telephone number, any baby awo Emma Ashefo.
Me a doctor of Praise Herbal Medina. My phone number is 055 40 83 511. That is 511. 055 40 83 511. That's Praise Herbal Medina. Yeah.
Ebusia doctor ene na twetwe nkom na yesia na mo bebre doctor ene ya tia no me side ni do ti dwabiem T Dr. Peter Abaloo of Praise Herbal Clinic Medina Zongo Junction. Fred Doctor was 055 4083 511. Mrs. Subiema of Fred Doctor was 055 4083 511. Tutumrika Ebra Doctor Sweye ya rebia how me sure says how Goiter And Thyroid and ya kan was nkofo bebre wo bi but omu nim bebi ombeko ebi suro surgery na doctor kan no senye bibia na surgery ebe ya ama but ade na ebe san but oba ne nchen a obema o edura ebetu ase kra eni tututu America bra Medina Zongo Junction heya hade enya yera kwan ubedura no wafa doctor number na wafre no oba part enedi dwumadi ho chiame mediano no na eha ya obonoma TV ebesra mo se mo nkoso subscribe na mo like na mo share emaye ehu behia esanse yenyina ya busuafo bi mo bebi omo ya rewe bi but omo nte banyame adom ya papa enyamre ne ya twetwe nkoma afa ya rewe hu nyina bia eno ti share na yenkɔ echi na wonu bi nya bi enhwe nyame hwa wo sa bibia mo nyamre ti ya papa wa asamba ko kache
nanso along the line no they say no we are see hu ya real but say me whether they believe it or not no me ma hu dada ade e koso say mobo blood disease, this syphilitic blood disease ade the but say no mobo tell be say who say identity na me ko surgery na samba identity we cancer na samba ana me fibroid na samba ana me ko glaucoma surgery na samba identity na as young as I am from age 28 going, you know, my period start fluctuating identity. By the time I do 33, no, now I war actual. You know, you wouldn't understand. But it wasn't so in the time of old. I'll tell the whole world says syphilitic blood disease no is going a long way. It's asbesting. Say in a family, should one person have it? No, you're in problem. Me a younger man oh it could be your only child because you can imagine from a 28 no period in my year it does a beginning of infertility. It is the beginning of infertility, so it continues. No, you can actually intercourse for 1,000 times. Look, pregnant will not come until this time around. No, you know, me also at times, they don't. We must give free counseling. What you say? Free counseling, like me, no, I'll tell you the secrets of sickness diseases. Say, yeah, who are you? Their family have this, I mean, that because they say no matter for bread. Almost say coronavirus, almost say Ebola, or almost say HIV/AIDS. Now, almost say HIV/AIDS, no, is true surgery intercourse. Fine. But say who need this syphilis blood disease now who shall be with HIV/AIDS awunya. Adentia kafrao emanu yeso mepa mucho. I'm sorry. Adena oba we be a surgical worker, commercial social worker. Onu bet ma share be 50 in a year. Onya 8. But mu see matise pastor biri or 8 so you can't imagine. Pastor Yiri or 8. I shall near on Namap now. Only 8. You see, you can't understand that now. So you know, secret be also me reveal say no. A very irritating man for me reveal that secret. There be that secret no. Yes, say me who are say who that disease who syphilis that blood disease that can bring destruction to your body. Me who pay me. I did that. Me who pay me. Now so bear me too much. I'll call you and ask you areas of your defect. No, we can say wake up. And then Tina, how is happening now? From almost 40 years. From 40 years, no, we are checking your glaucoma and you are checking your disease or you are checking your prostate. What is going on? Remember, baby, say 60 years. Almost rubber. As a result of this syphilitic blood disease, so what be as you are aging, we are brought out in our genes or go. Very much so genes or but I'm not rubber. There is no look, I won't say there's no cure for it. God has provided it already, but we have ignored it. God is too big. He's watching us, he's even laughing at us. Yes. Because you have abandoned or ignored his created helps for mankind. It's in the Bible. Look, you can't do it without God. Frustration be a portion. And everybody say, man for nam corporate is the same old story. But there are helps behind your house. You are rejecting it. That is it. So this change that is coming now. No, I thank God. I'm relaxing. I'm watching. But you have to give glory to God.
Doctor. No other every time I try your home brand name for common to us.
Yes, we are Manqua Trump #1 US President when I say Manqua is simple. Hey, we channel we are friend Obonoma TV. Kaish, what you know mom there be Obonoma. TV and entertainment will be our gonna be the bro. Subscribe to YouTube. Now follow now sub on this is Obonoma. The whole Ghana, no TV station. Simple.
Ewusi aya try ho aba ye de enkomo no eto aso ye papa still ne enkomo na ye de na me bisa papa say san na ye ko break ne papa kase bebre na obo word bi mitimi mo je say anu word na so papa so sema no oba part me de nsem bia mitimi kan ba word we die mitimi nka nti pese me bisa papa kasa ye word bi o kasa fa moja ya we hu bi e pese bisa say word na ye den.
What near syphilitic blood disease? And yes, syphilitic blood disease, which runs from our generation. In my personal knowledge, or opinion, now me feel say the history of it started from the time of chemical intake. That is why I'm so convinced. Because so we share, your forefathers no, endorse. But certain age, started all these glutamines, all these things, no. It's also what supports or strengthens sickness and disease in us. And along the line, no, I can say our forefathers or our grandfathers started developing syphilitic blood disease, which is running in ages now. And it's a kind of idea a chain babasu, a chain gonorrhea, a chain staphylococcus. Onuye upe. By the time on say babasoni, all the rest of it no, you can run into any shop and get drugs for it. But also syphilis blood disease no, this is a disease that runs in a family. In the sense say, once one person have it, no, it spreads, but the effects are different. And look about that me affect the brain. And your beer was salon now or mado. I say this blood disease no, it has areas when come to deal with individuals. It will adversely affect the heart. As a young man, going to be 90. It will affecting the brain. At times I will believe about my behavior abnormally. Because I say, oh, I'm mad. What didn't you call a salon? No man routine treatment. One injection say for 3 months, man will be. Nutrition say that injection it only suppresses it, but it doesn't deal with it to the source. So things like that.
Daddy, waka Goiter and Thyroid sa say ashafo share. Untimi my the clue of bibi at least obinya symptoms ni bi wo fear. Obetimi aye bibi amana come and dance and obehu doctor na.
Oh, anyway, so what this such ailment? You see, I always tell people, fever and malaria will not throw you into lack of appetite. Unlucky appetite as a result of malaria or fever, except that effect dehydrates you. If your body is not dehydrated by any ailment, your eating habit or you won't lose your appetite. So in that case, the Kajima will say, should you have any effects as a result of sadness, me, I'll not come up with the drugs I take, but I'll ask you to be on ORS. ORS as it hydrates the body. And what, like I've told you, if the body is not dehydrated, no effect of any ailment will break you down. And that's what I can say to help. But come to treatment, I can't mention it. Because you are not an expert. No, that's my profession. I'm a doctor. I can't tell the bricklayer, whatever, mixing that, how many cement bags you mix. So whatever side building my own at the house faults. I'll say is the expert who misled me. You understand? And so this question, there are doctors who who have been preparing medicine and ask you to go and cook. Me, I cancel it. If I'm a president of GAFRAM or Ghana National of Tradition, I will not accept it. Your profession is your profession. You can't prepare. You can't give help to anybody to go and cook. Not even giving the person the directive.
Hey, sir.
No, me, in my personal opinion, it is not. It's unacceptable. I'm a doctor. Let me finish the product. Yours is only to consume. Yes, I should give you medicine and go and cook. Are you a practitioner? Are you a practitioner? Along the line, if I ask you to boil it this way for 30 minutes and you are not watching it as an employee, you sit about that, then you still come. No. It's unacceptable. So if the government can watch it, but you can ask that, okay, look, you can pour water on it and wait for 3 days and drink. That's different. But go and boil it. What is going on? If you know you cannot prepare it, don't practice it. The consumer is always a consumer. The producer should always be a producer. So that's it.
Daddy won't chere ebia nkaka dro yemfa haban we yemfa moringa ne enwanwa ne enom.
I would say ginger, kakadro is very, very medicinal. What you see? The kakadro, it contains sugar and pepper at the same time. Now so a draw beer and you wanna me produce here and now me prepare more beer. That means for kakadro go. And you're very good. Now so my advice to people who say a kwa beer obeyeno in kwa beer obeyeno pakakadro go. Say one for gluten beer gum let it go with it because it suppresses cancer. It suppresses glaucoma. It suppresses acute headache. It cleanses the bloodstream. It enhances periodic flow and all the rest of it. So you can't take it away from God. All those things are in place. And I'm a catcher man who say, "I can be doctor Nyanka." So me, Doctor Bia or an expert So on per minim crapwa, I will cunningly become close to him. Because there's something in that man. Man, for example, they have expert tailors, builders. Besides, how many doctors can they say they have that you can call at night that this is what is happening? People who know me will call me at night. Doctor, this is what can I do? Okay, do this. Do you have this? Do this. Do this. Do this. When they had heart problem, do this and be beating the person's back. Tap it like every second. Every second. A person will revive and all this. That means you are an expert. It is not that you go there. You can instruct. Do this. Look, I can't come people who call me at night. Even when you are even delivering, you can't deliver. I'll tell you what to do. Look, there's something in the mechanical world, they say do-it-yourself mechanism. Look, Ghanaians must learn to have that idea of healthcare. There was a lady whom I met with heart disease. Onto me, me call her Diana Mimano. Me to cook. Me no for the gas to disappear. Then I added salt, little salt to taste. Or no, or started around 3 o'clock. Or no, sir, for 1 hour. In the night, no, or ni kuna or ye pasta. Befie. In the night, no, also the wife, no, or revive it. Now, friend, me say, doctor, I think this is the medicine. Just to start with, he said, no. He said, doctor, say, when you a drone, that means, say, do by my wife, no. In fact, when you're healing, he said, yes. Now, I was going to say, doctor, do you think you are common? I sow seed. I'm a pastor. I sow seed in churches and church programs. I said, I'm in so you are not an ordinary person. I was shocked. You see, when you are loaded, God will send people to enlighten you on it. And then a pastor be catching me. I said, doctor, we will name tree. When he said me a prophet, I pray for him. Say, "I now me G a draw. What do you mean a draw na me no? Who can say we have power? Who can say we have power? Who name say nyamine? Anka who ye dubious means anka who ba me over born. You smell to me. I would have taken drugs for you, but nyamine chill. I would just nyamine chill. Said I buy 3 or 4 pen nyamine chill. So I know what is going on. You are not a dubious herbal doctor. God has blessed you. At the time, the coaches they shake me and say, "Hey, do you know whom you are?" I must say, "I know." You know, look, I won't say anything. I won't leave God in anything I do because who am I? Who am I? Big, what do you call it? Herbal practitioner is so big. Bibi o met my omu to me. Bibi o met my omu to me. That is intermediate. Say as small as I am with what I'm doing, you know. And say nyamine. When God wants to give you something, He gives you something that is bigger than you to prove that He, the Almighty God, is the one doing it. He's just using you. I tell you that I'm a messenger. People will laugh. I say, yes, I'm a messenger because He is there. He has shown me the way. Go, I'll just take it and take. People say, why you doctor, you sound so confidently. Why? I say, look, when you come to me, I tell you the results before it happens. Look, it's as simple as that. But we don't leave God out of it. When I catch him and say, doctor, hey, where drone? He say, stop it. I say, he say, catch him, he say, a drone. Who said where drone? When God was planning to create herbs, was I there? And so why do you say? Say, doctor, I'm sorry. I said, look, give glory to God. Look, I can't take His glory. The worst thing you can do to your life on this planet is to take God's glory. And you'll be found wanting. Look, say, people say, tea, I say, oh, Manoa. From 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening, you never get tired listening to me.
Yes, I see that.
Look, as I'm teaching, I'm telling some secrets. Look, the prophets will know when they see you. Even the witches know that this guy, look, they have, I say, this guy is blessed. And you don't soil the hand. You don't look. When I started this job, there was temptations. At times you prepare medicine, you don't know where the rat came from. You don't know that you first see rat is in the medicine. Something that you have toiled to prepare for about 2 hours. right from nowhere. All those are temptations. I have all the right to say, me, I'm tired. I'll remove the right and give the person the medicine to drink. But God will tell me, is that how I taught you? Go back and look, the voice comes. The voice comes from nowhere. Is that the way I taught you? Do it the right way. And you know what it is. I have to go and do. I have to do it straight. Say, "Mami, nyami ma baby, you don't toy with it. If you toy with it, say which one is better." Well, look, we are not talking of I learn it. When you are endowed, sit up, because there will be temptations along the line. But always pray for the grace. Pray for the grace.
Pray for the grace
to accommodate you. When the grace accommodates you, nothing will pass you by. At times I see that. Look, I can't tell you all secrets. But somebody say, "Doctor, do you know they have to write a book?"
Yes, I was about to say it.
Write a book. I will write it. I say, look, when the time comes, the voice will come. See, somebody will see and this and what does he know? Hey, I tell people that, look, this life, you can ignore herbal drugs. You can ignore it. Okay, you can even prevent it. You understand? But don't condemn it. Hey, you can imagine you now being a prophet, your prophet, somebody condemns it. It will be as if you cut the person's head. A whole Almighty God say, leave them, don't do anything. Dirty jobs. Hey, whatever God does, accept it. I tell you, look, I like to be in areas or come across people who condemn herbal medicine. I'll shut you down. The first question I'll put to you, even the Holy Spirit will be hammering you. Oh, sure. Because I'm an advocate. The Holy Spirit will be look, I will ask you one question. It will be ringing much more in your mind. I wouldn't even know that things are going on. You see, I'm a picture of a source. Look, at times I sit down like this and say, I'm the best person in this planet. Do you know why? I don't care what God has given somebody.
Yes.
I don't care somebody who have bought planes, about 10 planes, building houses. No, what God has given me. Look, even God knows that I'm a happy person for what He has given me. I'm content. And always proving. I tell God, let me always have the knowledge. I'm still, as I am now, I'm still asking for divine knowledge still. I'm behaving like an Oliver Twist. I'm still asking God for more, so that I will prove Him to the nations.
Amen.
Somebody say, "Doctor, don't do this." I'm telling you, write a book. It will fly abroad. People will be reading. And you are here, I say, look, calm down. When the time comes, He will do it. And you say somebody have thyroid or this and what. You see, when you have thyroid or goiter, that disease, which is syphilis blood disease, affects the upper teeth, the two top teeth of women. That one. That signifies that you have syphilitic blood disease. But in men, it is the two down teeth that twists somehow. But when you meet a woman with the two down teeth twisted, please, if you want to marry that woman, sit up. It's either you would rather behave like the woman, and the woman will behave like a man, because those are the women that cannot be controlled. Because their mentality is so bounced that they also feel I'm a man. When they are in meeting places, they will talk with them. It is not their fault, because they are loaded with men's hormone. And the men too, with their two teeth big, those ones are just women. It is their wife that will control them. And like you now, I'm telling you, you are not that. Let me tell you about yours.
Behind the scene, then you tell me, because
I tell you that when you want to marry, come and see me and show me your lady, but show me the lady in secrecy. Then I will assess and say, this woman, can you marry her? She's strong. Oh. You ask me why? I say, this is the area, so if you have the beam, you can marry. But there are ladies that when I say, hey, these are. But those ones that have men's hormone, look, if you, the man, can be calm, you enjoy them because they think with you. You can't think for them. When you come back from, she can call my husband. Come. Do you know what? You told me something today. This the way. And when you buy into it, final. You know, there are ladies that when you marry them, you develop blood pressure. But there are women, by the time you come back from work, even when their children are misbehaving in the house, they will call you in the office. Kwesi is doing this, so and you have to carry phone and call the child. Whether the mother is there, that is a complete woman. So I won't go further.
I will say, come on, I had the dishonor of a bray. I can see a giant papa, yen, sorry. When we had an as a power, my and chebe bray, watch I dear be bray, as soon as dear so be bray, or Bonoma TV, soon you subscribe and a like and a share. Now for comment to us, my net yen can kind and from mouth. Be beach the wardrobe craft at all, they can kind from mouth.
Now, so they say, who call children hospital in Accra? A year mobile. If you don't take all beside your miss, I don't know bomb. I don't think I know bomb because they are sick of diseases. Ain't that you, mammy? Now, I could always almost say, oh, heart disease. How come about it? I could almost say, ne funu, I can say, ne ni epi, we now from this disease. And to carry my voice, and tell about, don't say you can have intercourse and take in, and that's the end of it. Go and do more search on your system. And sana, so be one over.
Ebusia da sesa wonya mre na mo hwe Yankopon hira mu pa. Bye bye.